often come back to the theme that this is the coolest place on the planet to be. And so when we had the opportunity yesterday presented to us to sit down and talk about the excellence in Scarborough, I thought, yeah, we talk about that often on the program, but Janise Smith is here. She's organizing the 6th annual Celebrating Excellence in Scarborough, and good of you to join us in studio. Thanks for getting up early.
You know what? It's my pleasure. Let me just tell you first, I am so happy to be here. I listen to you all the time on the radio station, and now I'm here where all the magic happens.
See, and you draw the curtain back, and it's not nearly as glamorous as exciting. Right?
Love the red, though.
There you go. And we talk often about Scarborough, Etobicoke, North York, sort of those inner suburbs, as we like to call them. They don't get their due, and I was intrigued by the event. That's this week, right? You guys?
Yeah, it's happening on Wednesday, and it's happening at actually a vintage, one of our heritage places at the Old Stone Cottage pub. And so it's an environment where it feels like home, and it has so much history in that place. So that's why we choose it. We want to kind of have that home feeling, but we also want people who haven't been to Scarborough to kind of experience Scarborough in like the old setting. So that was perfect. I purposely chose that place.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things that we don't often think of as sort of being a heritage site in any of, in Scarborough or again, North York. We don't think of it in those terms. We think of new development, new suburb setting, and often though, and the complaint is that those suburbs kind of don't get their due because there's too much attention paid to this neighborhood, for example.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So give me a sense of what we're going to look at, talk about, how are we going to wave the flag for Scarborough?
Well, one of the reasons why I really put this together was really to celebrate the excellence that we have in Scarborough. Because as you probably guessed, Scarborough oftentimes, is painted with a bad brush. So I thought, no better way to celebrate Scarborough with a simple event like just come to get to know some of the good people. And so what we've done in the last couple of years is we've highlighted some of the individuals that have doing just outstanding stuff in the community, really putting us, Scarborough, on the worldwide stage. So I have picked some, the committee has picked some people that we know you would just be in awe, and more importantly, they all come from Scarborough.
And what will we see? Who will we talk about?
So one of the individual is he owns the restaurant, the Scarborough restaurant, the #1 Indian restaurant in all the world. He has over 100 all across the world restaurants. And what is so impressive about him?
He owns more than 100 restaurants.
Yes. And,
wow.
And there's one opening up in Vancouver. But what's really exciting about him is that he has donated himself $500,000 to the Scarborough Hospital. So he's a philanthropist. Yeah. He's putting his money back into the community.
Yeah, where it's needed.
And that's just incredible. We have another guy by the name of Adrian Aitchison. I don't know if anybody knows from Two Black Guys. He, has these conscious T-shirts that he developed when that wasn't, like, the vision was when nobody saw it. Then he went on. Do you know those gloves that you probably have from the Olympic days with the big head?
Yeah.
He is the designer of
that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so there you go. And so he's going to be there.
I bought my share of them and lost most of them. So keeping them in business.
Maybe I should call him. He has a couple extra to give.
I need the ones with the little string on it so I don't lose it.
But you know what's so funny? When I used to have people come into the city, business people.
Yeah.
That's the gift that we would give them.
For sure.
That was like a signature gift.
Born in Scarborough.
Yeah, born and raised and went to school in Scarborough.
Yeah.
U of T Scarborough campus. And of course, Dr. Alvin Curlin, who, has a street named after him and just continues to, make us proud here in Scarborough. So when you come to this event, I want, everyone to leave with a sense of this is Scarborough. I sit on the board, you probably know Scarborough Community Renewal Organization.
Yes, I do, yeah.
And
I'm on your list.
Yes, so come on, we need new members.
Okay.
And they're gonna be there as well, just, to get new members and to let them know some of the things that we're working on to, make Scarborough an even better place to live and, focus on some of the things that we need here in our town.
Okay, so we got about a minute here. Where do we go to find out more details?
Well, where you could go to, the quickest way, and then that long version thing, is to give me a call at 647-988-2530.
Okay.
I can point you to the calendar, or you can go to Scarborough.snapped, and that's with the SNAPD.com, and just go under the calendar and look for Celebrating the Excellence in Scarborough. It's happening on October the 17th. And one last thing I want to say is Miss You Me, the Canadian hip hop artist. She's going to be there, and guess where she's from? I'll just give you one guess. Don't get it wrong.
Well, we'll leave that as a tease for Wednesday night. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Good of you to join us, Janice. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
So that's Scarborough.snapped.com if they want to look it up online in case they missed the phone number. All right. Yes, they're celebrating excellence in Scarborough this week. All right, 12 minutes after 8, it's the Weekend Morning Show. Warming up, we're up to 6 degrees on our way to a high of 15 for your Sunday afternoon.
Thanks.